Hi everybody! Today we're going to be talking about seventh chords, different types of seventh chords. Remember, chords just refers to multiple notes played or sung at the same time. A seventh chord has a root, a third, a fifth, and a seventh. The third, fifth, and seventh are titles given to a note in relation to the root itself. So a third is 3 notes away from the root, a fifth is 5 notes away from the root, and a seventh is 7 notes away from a root. This does not tell you the quality, though, of major, minor, augmented, or diminished. Putting those together, you can have your different types of seventh chords. The first type of seventh chord we're going to talk about is called a major seventh chord. So when you have these two qualities put together, the first quality talks about the quality of the triad. The second quality is the quality of the seventh. So when you have a major seventh, this is telling you the triad is major and the seventh is major as well. So we're going to work in the key of C. A C major triad would be C, E, and G. Now we need to add a major seventh above C. Working within the key signature of C major, the seventh scale degree is already a major seventh. So we're just going to use the key signature diatonic B natural. C, E, and G is your major triad. That's where this first quality comes from. The distance from C to B natural is a major seventh, which is where the second quality comes into play. The second seventh chord that we're going to talk about is the major minor seventh chord. The major minor seventh chord will have a major triad and a minor seventh. So if we are still working in the key of C, the major triad is still going to be C, E, and G. But a minor seventh above C natural is B flat. The next seventh chord we're going to talk about is the minor seventh chord. Like the name implies, minor triad, minor seventh. So our triad now becomes C, E flat, and G. And the minor seventh is still B flat. The next triad we're going to work on is the minor major. Again, as the name implies, minor triad and a major seventh. So working within the key of C, our triad is C, E flat, and G. And the major seventh is B natural. So these are the formal names of these types of seventh chords, where you have two qualities put together. But the more common name is this. A major seventh chord is more commonly referred to as a major seventh. The major minor seventh chord is more commonly known as the dominant seventh, or Dom 7. Your minor is more commonly known as your minor seventh. The minor major is still referred to as the minor major seventh. There are 4 more 7th chords that I'm going to talk about today. The first one is called a half diminished 7th chord. And if you were to use the formal name to help you out with this, I would call this a diminished minor 7th. This formal name just helps you identify the triad and the 7th, but this isn't really what it's called. More commonly, it's known as the half diminished 7th. But as this formal name implies, it gives you a diminished triad and a minor 7th. Still working in the key of C, a diminished C triad would be C, E flat, and G flat. A minor 7th above C is B flat. The next chord is a diminished 7th, or formally diminished 7th. Again, as the name implies, the triad is going to be diminished, and the 7th will also be diminished. Your triad is C, E flat, and G flat, but because the 7th is diminished, you now have a C or a B double flat as your 7th. If a major 7th above C is B natural, and then a minor 7th above C is B flat, if you were to go down another half step to make it diminished, the diminished 7th above C is B double flat. The next triad, or the next 7th chord, is the augmented minor triad. This chord is more commonly known as the augmented 7th. Augmented triad, minor 7th. So we have C, E natural, and G sharp as our augmented triad, and then the minor 7th above C natural is B flat. The last triad I'm going to talk about today is the augmented major 7th. Its name is the augmented major 7th. We're going to have an augmented triad and a major 7th. And the major 7th above C natural is B natural. So when it comes to identifying and building these 7th chords, I like to use the formal names because it tells me exactly what's happening. It tells me that the triad is going to be major in this case, and the 7th will be major. Here, it tells me the triad is diminished, the 7th is diminished. Augmented triad, and a minor 7th. This just tells me what is happening when I need to build these different types of 7th chords. Hopefully these formulas and different names will help you with 7th chords. Good luck.